Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you for joining us for episode 19 of the Honor Roll and Parole podcast. As always, this is your boy Hook. I'm here with the boy Bam. Bam, what's going on with you? I guess he back with us. Yeah, you looking all confused over there. Hey, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah.
All right, what's going on with you, man?
Man, I ain't know my damn phone fucking acting up.
It looked like you got
Hey,
some
man.
unstable network.
Yeah, I thought y'all scared him away for a minute. I don't know. All right, so today we're going to be discussing, as you can see, what do women mean when they call a man sassy? It's a term that I hear a lot, I see a lot, and I'm just curious to know what people think sassy is or how they define sassy behavior. So that's something we're going to get into, and we have a couple of ladies who are going to help us with the conversation, and we're going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. So we're going to start with our first guest, first timer, Miss Monique. Tell the people what's going on with you.
Oh, my name is Monique, and me and Hook have worked together with a previous employer. So I'm honored to be here, and thank you for inviting me. I hope that we have a good conversation tonight about sassy behavior.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be epic. Shannon, what's good with you, man?
Yeah, my name is Shannon O'Berry. I own Snow Services. It's a bookkeeping and accounting financial services firm. So if y'all need some help with your books, hit me up. But I'm glad to be back here tonight. Y'all need to go ahead and make this a three-way partnership. Have me back all the time, okay?
Hey, say less. Yeah, you ain't got to in there.
I don't know about
You ain't got to tell us.
Put that plug in there.
I know, right? Right. So, Bam, let me ask you, bro. Like, have you, before we even get started, has anyone ever called you sassy
Mm-hmm.
to your face?
If they did, they probably got. If they probably got punched in their face. Listen. Sassy is one letter short from sissy, and I
Oh, my
ain't fucking
boy.
with none of it.
Bam, you done got called
Boy, you
sassy
stupid.
about 3 times tonight.
No, yeah, let y'all get away with that shit.
I know, right? And for the viewers, make sure you guys comment, make sure you react, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. And before we get this thing started, man, it's we got to do our weekly tradition. So if you got something to shot with, go ahead and get your glasses up, and we're gonna toast to a fruitful and educational conversation. How about that?
I'm gonna toast out with sweet tea.
Her.
This shit's awful. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. And Sheila, I want to start with you because you're sorry, Monique. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I know. I want to start with you because you're a first timer, and then
Love
Shannon,
me.
I want to hear from you also, and then Bam, we're gonna kick it to you. But I want y'all to give y'all definitions of sassy. How do you define the word sassy?
So with me growing up in the country, and I'm 36, so when I used to hear the term sassy growing up, it meant that it was referred to as a young girl having like an attitude or just being prim and proper, like you're being a little sassy today. So that to me, it meant that it was you having like an attitude or you being a spoiled brat and you're trying to get your way. And with the way you deliver your message to someone, it was identified as a little girl, having an attitude and wanting to have her way. And that's what sassy meant to me. But now things have changed.
Okay. All right, Shannon. What about you?
Well, I was going on where she was going as things have changed. Like now you think about a sassy man, you think about somebody that's exhibits a lot of feminine qualities, but still wants to be labeled a man. To me, that's kind of, or things that people said normally women did. like gossiping, or a man who is always asking for things and stuff like that. They can be sassy.
Okay. All right, Ben, what about you? What's your definition of sassy? We lost him again.
We lost him.
I,
Yep,
I,
he
I
ain't
think
need
it,
to say nothing. He ain't need to answer
I
that.
think
That's
he did. I know, right? So we gonna, while Bam getting this up together, let me ask y'all, man. Like, so based on y'all definition, y'all mentioned that the word sassy is almost always attached to a woman, right? You mentioned being prim and proper and exhibiting these feminine traits. So, well, that was really what I was going to ask. Is sassy an exclusively feminine trait? Because we hear people refer to men as sassy. So can men be sassy, or is that just exclusive to women?
Well, that's what Monique was saying. Like when we discuss it in the terms of a female, it means something totally different than when we express it in the terms of a man. So yes, we both can be sassy, but they mean completely two totally different things.
I think like with today's society and with the influence that the like our love and hip hop culture and the younger culture has on each other, I feel like the term sassy is a way to emasculate a man in a way, because if he's not doing things a certain way that a man should do, then instead of just telling him he's a sassy guy or a punk per se, then they just use that. If he's not like masculine or he's not acting manly, instead of just telling him off, they just use sassy. And I feel like it's kind of emasculating the guy at the end of the day. But people just use it out of context now. So
And I guess my thing is, like Shannon, you said that it's two different. I guess it means two different things. Sassy, like it's not an ambiguous word. Like it has one it has multiple definitions, but it's used in the same context. So I don't think the meaning differs between men and women. So some men may get offended by it because it's like everything we're pointing to means that like Sheila said, emasculating a man. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but it does have a different connotation, Hook, because like when we say a woman is sassy, we're saying, oh, it's a positive thing. Like even how Monique described it, when we say about a man, it's negative. We're trying to emasculate him or give him place a derogatory term towards him. But that is not how it is looked at when a woman is sassy, right? That just means she may be very bougie or proper or walks around with a certain demeanor. It does not mean the same thing.
So the general consensus is whenever you refer to a man as sassy, it's intended to be insulting. Like
it's an insult. It's an insult.
Okay. Mm-hmm. At least that we can agree on. And that was going to lead to my next question, but I guess you guys pretty much already answered it. Do you think the men should be offended by it?
I think they should.
Definitely.
Just based on the definition of sassy alone?
Just because if someone's calling them that, it's meant to be a dig. It's meant to be a issue driver.
Okay.
I think like it's an insult because, like I said, it's emasculating. I saw a post on Facebook the other day where it was like, if you're a guy and you got a flat tire on the side of the road and you call AAA to change your tire, that's sassy behavior. And it's like, like it's a lot of masculine guys that can change a tire, but it's dangerous out there. So when you call me sassy because I don't want to change a tire on my car, like, come on, be real. Like, I think it's of lack of intelligence too when people use that word because they're just throwing it out there and they don't really know what it means. So
now, do y'all think that's sassy? Do you think it's sassy for a man to whether he can or can't? If he's on the side of the road and he says, you know what, I ain't changing this, I'm gonna go ahead and call AAA. Do y'all personally think that's sassy?
I don't think so.
As long as he's fixing it, I don't care if he do it himself or call somebody to do it or what.
Yeah, and I think people have these unfair. I guess people have to realize, like, being a man is not like a monolithic thing. It's not like every man acts the same, does things. You know what I mean? You have different types of men. So, you know, the same way that women don't want to be judged based on the behavior of other women, it's the same thing with men. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, if I can't change the tire, you know, that don't mean I'm sassy. Or if I, you know, if I want to discuss something instead of just, you know what I mean, just saying, you know, letting the woman win the conversation, that doesn't mean I'm sassy. That's just us having a conversation. But I think that men have it rough, man. I mean, y'all say women got it rough, but the fact is we can't do nothing right now. Everything we do. Bam, you back with us?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Man, I don't know. This weather is something going on. I don't know why my shit keep fucking dropping.
Man, you down there in Allen.
We family here, Bam. You ain't got a lot of us. It's all right, bro.
No, man. Come on, man.
You down there in the
This shit never happened. This shit never happened.
And rice and string beans.
Hey, Bam. So, Bam, you never gave us your definition of sassy, though. What's your definition?
No, I was agreeing with Monique. Everything she said, it fits for a woman. So when a woman says that to a man, it's emasculating. So if you say it to me, that's like me calling a woman a bitch.
Agreed.
You know, so
I don't. You gonna take it there?
Like if you're doing that, you're trying to hurt my feelings, and you really trying to get underneath my skin. So if you call me sassy, that's the same thing as a sissy, the F word, faggot, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact. I mean, because we already, like, when you off camera, like Monique and Shannon and I, we pretty much agreed that when men are called sassy, they should be offended by it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not meant to be complimentary. So, like you said, it's no different than calling a woman a bitch,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like when men call a woman a bitch, they say that word because they know that holds a different meaning when we say it. You know what I'm saying? So they it's like a dig against the woman. So when you call a man sassy, it's, you know what I mean, it's no different. I don't see a difference personally.
I would have equated sassy to like calling you ugly or something like that. I wouldn't equate it to something as calling you a bitch, but I get it. When you say it, I get it.
I've been called ugly my whole life. So when people call me ugly, I be like this here. Out.
You sure is ugly.
No, but I mean, it's you know, like you're not saying that to be complimentary, and you're saying that because anytime you associate a man with anything feminine, you know, anything that emasculates him or questions his manhood, y'all already know that's a soft spot with us. Y'all know that, so y'all say that as a, you know what I mean, in a derogatory fashion. So, like, what's an example? We talked about one where Sheila mentioned the Facebook post about a man on the side of the road calling AAA instead of changing the tire himself. So, what are some examples of men exhibiting sassy behavior? Like, and when I say that, specifically for the women though, like, what are some things that you would define as sassy? Like, if a man did it, you would say, you know what, that's sassy.
Complaining about things that women do.
How's that sassy?
Nah.
Well, yeah.
What's sassy about that?
Not in its respect of like just talking about it, but like getting in women's business. Like, say I'm having an issue with my friend, and now here you come getting in between me and my issue with my friend. I think that's
okay.
Sassy,
so putting himself in your business and gossiping with you about your friends, is that what you're pretty much saying?
Gossiping, or just like if me and Monique got a beef and then bam, hop in it, ain't none of his business. Like, I feel like that's sassy behavior, because now why are you arguing with a woman?
So
why are you involved in this arguing with women?
Is that sassy, or is that just nosy?
I think it's sassy. Because you get in between women's business. Just like when y'all tell women to stay out of men's business, it's the same thing. Sometimes you need to stay out of women's business.
But we call them nosy though. We just say they being nosy as fuck. We ain't say they be. We don't say y'all being sassy.
Right.
Some of y'all say she being a bitch.
No,
okay,
no.
Shit.
No, man.
Say you do.
Shannon, listen. I think when you say a man's to me, being sassy to me is more on a physical aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like your mannerisms and the way you know what I'm saying, you could be kind of sassy. You know what I'm saying? But and if you way too emotional as a dude, if you just get too much into your feelings, I feel like you're sassy. It's kind of sassy behavior. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, him being emotional
what you
can lead
saying
him
is
to get
nah,
involved,
that's just a nosy motherfucker trying to get everybody business.
or he might be emotional too. That's why he getting involved in stuff that don't concern him. That's emotional.
You just
What about you?
you
What
use
about
a
you, Monique? Like,
use a
I guess like I don't really use that term anyway personally, but if I had to choose something, I guess it would be like a guy carrying what they call a man purse, but it's like a little pouch. I would say that's
I can't
sassy,
stand
but
that shit.
I don't,
I can't stand that shit. That's sassy as fuck. That's sassy as fuck.
but other than that, I don't really use that term like in my personal life or with my girlfriends because I know what the term means and I know how men are portrayed, especially black men in this society. So if anything, I'm not gonna try to emasculate them. I like to use the word zesty, but I don't use it towards another man. Like I say it to myself or with my girlfriends, like that's some zesty stuff, but I don't really use that term like that,
Same,
because I know
same
what it
word.
means.
I think zesty and
but
sassy the
see,
same
But
the
you know,
same thing.
people nowadays over exaggerate statements. You know what I'm saying? Like people over exaggerate shit now, especially with social media. You know what I'm saying? Like they like you a boss. You're not a boss. You're just a worker. You're working for somebody. Like people over exaggerate certain terms. So when people sometimes when people say something sassy and stuff like that, they just being a little extra with the shit. Sassy really is some feminine acting. You some feminine acting, this type nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I think that
but I
get back
guess
to what
that's the
Monique was
thing.
saying. Like the definition has evolved. It used to be when you call somebody sassy, it was more somebody who had like gay tendencies or feminine ways about like real thick feminine ways. But now it's just behaviors and how things that you
If you
do
call
that
me
make
sassy, I'm gonna call you out your name.
Because I mean, I guess the thing is, and I'm along the lines of what Monique said. Like when somebody says sassy, right, I automatically think of effeminate behavior. You know what I mean? Like wearing a man purse or wearing, you know what I mean, like something. I guess back when this was the thing. Remember they had the men wearing the rompers.
mm.
Yeah.
I,
I think an
I
old
thought
complaining man is a sassy man, just
like
complaining.
something like that. But here's the thing, though. Like when you say complaining man, right?
No,
So I think, and this is
Always
me personally,
complaining.
I think that women they use the word sassy as a cop out, and I think they use it that way because when the conversation ain't going their way, or they just aren't used to a man being able to articulate himself and express himself, they want to say he bitching and he complaining. But I guess like how do you in one sense they be like, oh, we need men that communicate more. But when the man start communicating, but the conversation ain't going your way, you want to say stop being sassy. So it's like you can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
I
no,
think
I
women
ain't
use it
talking
as
about
a cop
that
out.
now. I ain't talking about that. I think that's too far over onto the left. Like, of course, women want
But
their men to
you said
communicate,
you said
but
you said complaining
there's a
though.
difference between like someone who is communicating effectively and somebody that complains all the time. Like when I say
Give
complain,
give
I'm
me
talking like
give
when
me
you
an
would
example of a man
describe.
complaining.
Well, I'm just talking about how you would describe a woman who's nagging, right? There's a difference between a woman who nags and a woman who knows how to communicate. So that's what I'm saying. There's a line. So yeah, I want my man to communicate with me. If I'm talking about a complaining man, equivalent to how you would express a woman nagging you all the time.
yo,
Because men do that.
Biggs Harris says women call men sassy nowadays to escape from accountability, and I agree
Bingo,
100%.
bingo, bingo. And they use it, and that's what like when you look at in social media, I think it has convoluted everything because I saw a post earlier. Somebody said if you use Apple Pay, you being sassy. Like what the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh
Like how,
Lord.
I can't just tap my card. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so how does her
how
saying that you're using Apple Pay makes you sassy hold her from accountability?
That's just her being an asshole. Is all that is.
Being an asshole. Like, it's called deflection. It's called deflection tactic.
So
that's
women
what they
do not just say that men are sassy to escape from accountability. Some women
in certain situations, in certain situations,
but not everything. Sometimes the word is just used.
So just like you said, a man being nagging and getting in people's business, that's sassy. But y'all do that to escape accountability a lot of times. Y'all would sit there and call a man out. That's like me calling you a bitch. And I know it's going to tick you off. So when I say it to you, I'm trying to dig deep and I'm trying to hurt your feelings. So when you say it to me, I'm going to disrespect you back. Fuck that.
So when you call a woman a bitch, you trying to escape accountability too?
No. I'm being petty. Because you calling me sassy, I'm going to say, well, fuck you, bitch.
No, you trying to escape accountability.
Oh,
God.
No. See, Shannon playing right now. The thing is like, in some cases, women are trying to escape accountability. Now, is that every time? No. Sometimes I think that they just like
it ain't every time. Now, sometimes, the same way y'all do stuff.
A lot of times,
for the same reason.
Let's not make this a men versus women. Let's just go with the logic, okay? So Shannon, stop trying to argue against us, man.
That was logic.
Come on, man. You know how these women, women do sometimes. A woman know her words can hurt. People can sit there and tell me, don't follow what people say. Man, words can fucking hurt. And those women know how to get under your skin.
A man's words can hurt a woman. So that's being sassy too.
No. That's being human. That's being human. That's being a human. That's being human. That's like a woman. When I say they try to escape, they try to get away from accountability. That's like me calling you out on your bullshit, and you going for the low blow and calling me sassy, because you know it's gonna make the conversation go left and go turn up something else. You know what I'm saying? So women do that. So you know what I'm saying?
Men do that too. Yeah.
No, I think that women just aren't used to men being able to properly articulate themselves. So when they find a man that is willing to, have a conversation about it, because like I'll use myself for an example. I ain't gonna argue I don't argue at all, right? So I have a conversation. So I'm not going. My voice is very monotone anyway, so like I'm not gonna be up here, and I'm gonna be right here the whole time. Like you can go from here to there to A and Z. I'm not gonna do that. And then I've had women say, "Well, stop being sassy because I'm having a conversation." You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not letting you dominate the conversation, and because you just like I'm making solid points, you just don't want to agree with my stance of what I'm saying. That's what we mean by women not being accountable.
Yeah.
Now, is that all women? No, absolutely not. But the fact is, a lot of women use that to deflect, and so they don't necessarily have to be accountable for what they're saying. So like, to me, sassy is like a trend, right? It's like women are calling everything sassy. So before sassy, what did y'all call it back in the day? If a man is exhibiting the behavior that y'all call sassy now, back then,
like a bitch.
What did y'all call it? What y'all call it?
Bitch ass nigga.
So yeah, right, bitch ass nigga. And that's equal to sassy. That's so equivalent to sassy.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like Monique.
Sassy means bitch ass nigga.
I'm like Monique. I didn't really use the word sassy either. That's not in my the normal choice of words that I pick. But I do say bitch ass nigga.
But we never used to say the word lit. We never used to say the word lit, but we use it now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a trend. It's like I say, people over exaggerate terms to the point where they think that's law. It's not law. You know what I'm saying? That's not true.
Who is Biggs Harris? Is that a boy or a girl?
Big, he representing for the fellas.
See, I knew that was a man on some bull.
It is. He's not lying, man.
That's
We need to bring
sassy
him
behavior.
on.
That kind of stuff
We need
like
to bring
that.
him on.
What's sassy? What's sassy about Big's comment?
Well, when men always think that behaviors are only equivalent to a woman, like y'all do the same stuff.
No,
Y'all
you
run
got
from
some
accountability.
fuck niggas. You got some bitch ass
Y'all
niggas.
run from
You got some
accountability.
hoe ass niggas.
Y'all say things to women
And
to
like-
demean them.
Like
y'all
Connie
do
said, you got some
stuff.
Mitches out there.
Right. You got
Yeah.
Mitchie. You got all that shit, man.
Come on, women.
So what is a Mitch?
Like the women, accountability.
A Mitch is a man bitch.
A man bitch.
Oh.
You know, let me tell you what's sassy too. A man who will put his hand on a woman but won't fight a man.
Right?
That's not sassy. That's just a straight bitch.
That's a bitch ass nigga.
Y'all.
What we just said. Bitch ass nigga is equivalent to sassy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
That's
So I
some
had
sassy
some
behavior
homegirls say
because
it's
you will
called
fight a
Mr.
female.
Mr. Hot Sauce.
So Monique, what word did you use to describe sassy behavior before this new trend?
Acting like a punk. Like I
She said it. She said zesty. She was saying
and yo, this is what I'm saying. Like that the women use the word so loosely, you know what I'm saying? That everything is sassy, but all the time, y'all calling all of us bitch ass niggas. Now I'm offended all over again. I'm mad again.
Oh,
Y'all
you ain't know to call y'all bitch ass niggas?
Nah, I ain't know that.
No, listen.
I guess like with the term that I use.
I guess you ain't no bitch ass nigga.
No, listen. When you do that, you know it's a threat of violence there when you say words like that.
I guess like for me, sassy, I would use the word punk because like where I'm from, if a guy had feminine traits, that's what we would call them, a punk. You know, so that would be my term for sassy. But I wouldn't say sassy for everything that a guy is doing. Like it doesn't make sense to me. But that's the term that I would use, and that's what we have used before the term sassy really took full force.
Sorry, y'all.
But I you know, and this is and I totally get, you know what I mean, like I think women need to find another word because I mean sassy just ain't working, you know what I'm saying? Because it's
we'll
no,
find a new word when y'all find a new word.
No. It's a lot of sassy ass niggas out there. It's a lot of zesty, sassy, fruitful motherfuckers. So
I think
I understand the word.
think the problem is they want to equate everything to sassy though. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, you know, just because they don't agree with it. You know what I mean? Like there was some list out there somewhere. Like if a man does, like you said, if he use Apple Pay, he's sassy. Or if he don't change the tire, he being sassy. Or if he don't get out there, if he pays somebody to cut the grass, he being sassy. Like what the fuck?
Like you want to pay to get my grass cut? Go ahead, cash at me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as
I'm a nigga, I'm a real nigga. I'm gonna cut your grass myself.
Come cut it, bam.
Shit, you paying?
Connie said we're gonna go back to using Mitch.
Mitch, I like it.
I don't know, man.
I like it.
I like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Mitch ass nigga.
Oh shit, you said sassy, you might as well say that.
You might always say bitch ass nigga.
Hey, Big said the girl said if he eat eggs in the crab boil, he's sassy. The fuck?
Oh god.
Like how? Like how? I like eggs.
Nah, I like eggs too,
nigga. In your mouth. How you bite it? What you do?
Man, listen. That's why I tell you, you can't even eat a hot dog in peace now because of some bullshit.
Women can eat a hot dog in peace for some bullshit.
Yeah, like come on, man.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, do y'all think that like
the men feel under war?
Oof,
nah. Y'all women, like y'all women,
and I think
nothing.
No, I think that Connie alluded to earlier. Like, I don't have a lot of, just based on the stuff that y'all calling sassy. I don't hang with a lot of sassy ass motherfuckers, so I can't really relate to the stuff that y'all talking about. Like, in terms of like involving myself in women's business. You know what I'm saying? Even like with my wife, when she's on the phone with her friends or coworkers or whatever, I don't sit around and listen. I leave the room because I don't want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? And like, even if if she is venting to me about something that happened with maybe a friend or a coworker, I listen, but I don't sit here and like ask questions to find out more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I'll listen to it because she's talking, but I don't be like, and I don't give my opinion like, oh, I can't believe she did that, because I don't think that's my place. But again, that's just me. So I can't really relate to the sassy behavior y'all talking about, because I don't know. I don't know.
I can't relate either. I can't relate. So when they say it to me, it's very disrespectful, man. I can't relate to that shit. You call me sassy, you really threatening my manhood right now, and I don't like that.
So I got a serious question, and Monique, I want to start with you, then Shannon, we're gonna go to you. Like, why do women think that they feel as though they can dictate to men what the qualities of a true man are? Because when you're saying sassy, you tell a man he's not a man. You know what I'm saying? So how can women, you know what I'm saying, feel that they have the requisite knowledge to say what's a real man and what's not a real man?
I feel like they have to be around masculine men. You know, me, I've been around my brothers and my uncles and cousins, and it's just like I've learned as I've traveled and experienced different groups of people, but you have to be in that type of environment. Your environment influences the way you think. I don't care what nobody says. Like, if they're not around those type of men, then they're going to try to determine what's a real man and what's not, or how he should behave and how he shouldn't. So it just all depends on their environment and how the man is actually handling himself when he's with his family or around that individual, you know? So it's their environment that's going to influence them and help them to understand. But even if they're in an environment where the man is not available like that, they can still learn from other people. Like, it's no excuse. I feel like it's no excuse. You can learn from different people.
I think women think they have a little bit of opinion about what a real man looks like. It's because we've experienced different men. I'm not saying it means that we're right, because we're not men, so we don't know everything about what a man is supposed to look like or do or whatever. But I think women are coming based on their experience with men and what they've seen and what they like and what they don't like. They think they have a way to tell a man what a man is.
So that, Bam, what do you think about what Shannon and Monique just said? Like, they gave their reasons for why women feel they can define what a real man is. What do you think about, as the man? What do you think about what they said?
Ain't no woman can define what a man is. You know what I'm saying? You can see a man, but you don't know what it is to be a man. So I would never know what it is to be a woman. I couldn't tell y'all how y'all feel when y'all going through your menstruation cycle or whatever. I can't, you know what I'm saying? So when y'all get attitudes and shit, I can't get mad because I don't know how it is to be a woman. And there's certain things that men, we're some of the most easiest people to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But a woman cause confusion and shit, but we need y'all at the same time too. Y'all will fuck some shit up. A woman will fuck your day up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all will come. Y'all will fuck a day up. I'm talking. We could be doing this. We could be chilling. And here y'all coming. Here y'all come.
Kids hiding in the corner because we pissed off because of y'all.
No, but I think that just a couple of things that Shannon and Monique said, like, you know, you mentioned the men, that the type of men you grew up around, and that's cool. And I'm glad that you had men in your lives that showed you, you know, gave you. I think women should definitely have standards. If you're gonna date somebody, absolutely, you should want your man to do certain things. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Mm-hmm. But every man is different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what if that man didn't have somebody to show him how to do those things? What if he didn't have a father figure in his life to teach him how to, you know, change a tire, do these things? So a man can't be responsible for the conditions he grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So even I know with me personally, there are a lot of things that I'm still learning. Like, even at the damn near 50 years old, I'm still learning things that a man needs to do
Damn.
because I'm a different type of man now. You know what I'm saying? Before I was a single man, now I'm married. So now I have to adjust. I can't be a single man in my relationship now. I got to be a married man. So I'm learning, you know, it's like a learn as you go type of deal. And my dad wasn't in my life. So I didn't have anybody to show me, okay, this is how you treat a woman. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. Everything I learned on the fly. So I don't think that, again, I think it's good to have standards. I just don't think that you should hold every man to the standards of what you're used to, because they may not have to come up in those conditions.
Well, I like what you're saying, proving your own thought, right? Because
it's not, but go ahead.
It doesn't matter that you grew up in these certain kind of conditions, right? It doesn't matter that you didn't have a father to show you this and show you that, because you yourself also just said that when you became a husband, you changed, you grew, you learned different, because now you have to think as a husband. You can't just think as a single man anymore. So the fact that as a child, you didn't have a man to show you all these things, when you become an adult man, none of that matters anymore.
But you also missed what I said in the beginning. I also said every man is different. So every man ain't gonna think the same way I do. True. You know what I mean? Like some people just go with what they know. Like I wanted to, and not saying they don't want to be better, but when you know better, you do better. And you know what I'm saying? Like some people may think that's just the way you're supposed to be. But you know, and not deflecting away from the original question, I agree with Bam that women, y'all don't want us to tell y'all how to be women, so don't tell us how y'all think we need to be men either.
Y'all do though.
You know no, we don't, because even with this new abortion bill and stuff passing, like people are like, you can't tell a woman what to do with her body. You don't know what it's like to be a woman. Same shit. Y'all don't know what it's like to be a man. Y'all don't know the struggles we go through every day. No. Y'all can't even imagine what it's like being a man. And like I know that I can't even imagine what it's like being a woman, like day in, day out, and in today's society. And y'all can't imagine what it's like to be a man. But I think that's where that communication comes in. And that's why I hate this word sassy, because I think it continues to pit men versus women, when the fact is, we got to find a way to, we got to find a way to get past that. And we got to find a way to love and support each other. That's pretty much all.
You done taught Bam a new word, girl. He going to keep saying it.
Don't
do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Baby. Say it again.
Hey, Biggs also says that they use a real man. They use a real man would, because they are manipulative. When you aren't doing what they want you to do, they try to manipulate you to doing what they want you to do most of the time.
Who hurt you, baby?
I don't disagree with that though.
Shannon, stop.
I do not
stop reacting and really think about what they're saying. Stop reacting all the time. Think about what they're saying, man.
I'm not reacting.
Shannon just want to be combative. She just want to be combative.
You didn't even let him finish the sentence. He didn't even finish the reading. You already was jumping on him.
It's the word choice. I'm like, he been using these word choices all.
Hey, no, but then when I get at her for cutting me off, she say I'm being sassy. You see what I'm saying? I can't even talk. I can't even talk. Go ahead, Shannon. You got it.
I ain't never call you sassy. Now, Bam. Bam on the other hand, I done said it.
No, what do you think about Big's comment? You and Monique, though. What do y'all think about what he's saying? He says the women are basically trying to use that word to be manipulative.
It all depends. It all depends. Because so you're having a conversation with your significant other, and she just says, well, stop being sassy all the time. I don't think that's manipulated. It's going to just, make it go into another like type of conversation where it might not end well. So I don't think it's to manipulate.
It's definitely
the reason I think it's manipulative is because you're saying that hoping that he'll stop talking because you call him sassy. So that's
going to trigger him, though. It's going to trigger him. So I feel like it's going to trigger him.
And that's manipulation. You triggering my emotions because you know what's going to tee me off, and that's manipulation.
Every woman don't believe that that's a negative term. They don't
know that shit until a nigga chop him in it, until that nigga slap the shit out of him. Some mad shit. You gonna run into
the woman.
No, I don't hit women. I know it's niggas out there that are not the shit out of a woman for saying that.
About hitting a woman.
So Shannon, you
No,
said
no.
that you
I
said
would
that
never hit a
women,
woman.
all women,
Just said I would never hit
you
a
said
woman.
women
Don't do
I know
that.
you wouldn't,
Don't do.
Sam. I know you wouldn't.
you said that women don't think that sassy is a negative word.
No, I'm saying just like you said, like all men aren't the same, all women aren't the same. So like some women may just use that term as an adjective. They're not using it to.
No, they know that's a trigger. No, they
Shit.
It's
Hey,
possible.
hey, Hook. Won't we just talk about accountability? You see what I'm saying?
hell yeah.
No,
She lacking it
I'm
right
not
now.
knocking. I'm not. I ain't
No,
nobody
now
talking about
Shannon,
accountability. Lord, they're
hey,
gonna learn
Come
some
on,
new
man.
words tonight.
listen, for all the viewers watching right now, go back when this is over. Go back and watch the first 10 minutes because Shannon and Monique agreed that saying a woman saying the word sassy is considered an insult.
Yes, because
It's
that's
not
what I.
meant to be
So
That's
now
what
complimentary.
you
I
being
believe.
fucking petty.
Now you
No,
contradicting
I'm
yourself.
not saying that's not what I believe, but every woman is not the same. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I
And
think it's
Hook,
an.
and Hook, she want to be a part of our podcast. We ain't nobody got time for that bullshit.
Don't be scared of me, Bam. It's okay. I ain't gonna hurt you.
Hey, Shannon, Big, you and Big, y'all, we need to bring Big on the next podcast.
But Big, I ain't lying. I said
Hey,
that
Big
I
says,
think it's an
Shannon,
insult.
why you lying when a woman calls a man sassy is 100% disrespectful? And y'all agreed at the beginning, so you know it is.
Right.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not. I'm saying all women may not think it is. That's all I'm saying.
Why you what?
No,
I
they
think
do.
it is.
They do,
What?
bro. So, hey, okay, you know what? Using that logic, if I call you a bitch, they ain't being disrespectful.
I think it is, but some
I don't
No.
people.
Oh. Hey, Hook, you got him with that one, buddy.
got him.
No, you
Got
didn't.
him.
We have the same answer. Just like the sassy, but every woman don't think that.
Okay, so
I
Shannon,
get what she's saying though.
what she saying, Monique?
So basically, like I said earlier, some people are just using the term and they don't know what it means. So we know what it means and it's disrespectful, but the young girl who's just using something based on what she found off of TikTok, when somebody else is using it, she might not think it's disrespectful. It's just her everyday vocabulary. So
She'll know.
You know what?
She'll know if she run into the wrong
Thank you,
nigga and he
baby.
knocked
Thank
the
you,
shit out of
Monique.
him.
No,
Thank
listen.
you, Monique.
No,
'Cause I was
Monique,
going
I
over the head.
actually agree because my daughter, like a year ago, right?
I was saying the same
We
thing.
sitting at
too.
the dinner, we sitting at the dinner table, and she said something to me, and I said something back to her, and she was like, "Dad, stop being sassy." Listen, I had to collect myself. Like I almost jumped over the table at her, right? So, but I had to remember. I'm like, so I had the conversation. I'm like, why? I said, why you think that was sassy? And she was like, oh, I just ain't like what you said. You know what I mean? So it wasn't. So I agree. Like maybe some of the young people in the younger generation, they may not necessarily know. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, when you say it to a man, we don't take it as being playful or anything. We take it as disrespect, and that's just all there is to it. Like
But I
there's
went lying.
no in between.
What I said was right. I went lying. Big.
Nah, yeah, you lied a little bit.
I didn't lie.
You lie like a motherfucker.
Hey,
but at the same time, I got a question for that. So your daughter called you sassy, but what if she didn't know what that actually meant and she just like threw it out there at you, you know?
that's why we had the conversation. So that's why I asked her what she meant by that. So she didn't say, "Oh, Dad's being, Dad's acting a certain way." She was like, "Oh, I just didn't like what you said, so I called you sassy." So basically, they're using it as, well, if I don't agree with you, I'm gonna just say you're being sassy because I don't even, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't make any sense, but that just tells you that they like, I guess, to your point, people may use it differently. But I know y'all too, if y'all use it, y'all being disrespectful.
To my point. Thank you.
Hey, Connie says yes, it's disrespectful, and I'm unapologetic about it if I say it. So again, she could if Connie says she calling a man a bitch is all I get from it.
She gonna keep Sassy on the car. Go ahead.
Listen, that's why I never did a woman like that.
Unapologetic about it. All right, sis.
So like while we're talking about it, right? Like, does the man expressing his emotions, does that make him sassy?
No, I don't think so.
It should not, but
Yeah.
But
But what, man?
I don't think so.
um,
No, no,
it
no, no, no.
could
No, no,
be.
listen. You can't call just because men call women on their bullshit don't make them sassy. Stop with the bullshit, man.
You said how it could be perceived. I didn't say I would. I said that some women could perceive that as being sassy.
Cause they
How
don't
and
know
why?
no fucking better.
Maybe if he's overly expressive or extremely emotional about something small,
So we
so
can't get angry.
they could categorize that as being sassy.
We
So we
can't
can't
be
get angry.
human. We can't be
Yeah.
human. What they saying? We can't be human. We got to be some kind of droid or some shit.
See, I'm tired of y'all men. Oh,
No, but I'm saying, but
that
like,
y'all got it hard. Like
so
I'm
do-
so sick of y'all.
but
What
I
is
mean,
wrong with
do
y'all?
you equate you equate a man you said overly, I guess, animated or whatnot? What if he's upset? What if he's mad? He can't express that.
I didn't say I had a problem with men expressing themselves. I said it could be. Because you yourself have seen men that may have been a little bit over expressive and you've been like, what's wrong with that nigga? Like,
No,
so it ain't,
what I said was we don't
I
know
know
what
Ben
led him.
has hooked.
We don't know what
Vivian,
led him to being over expressive though. He might have had an extremely bad day.
but that is a
We don't know what happened.
logical disposition. But when you sitting at the Waffle House and somebody walk up in there and they all in their feelings, you gonna be like, what's wrong with that old nigga? Why he bitching and crying and walking around like a bitch ass nigga? You gonna say it.
You don't know what? No. I would never do that
But
because I don't know
then
what
you
that
gonna
person
ask,
coming from.
then you gonna find out that he just got in an accident and he had a bad day, and then you gonna be like, oh, okay. But your first reaction gonna be like, what's wrong with this bitch ass nigga?
No,
AKA,
kind of to Big's point, he said that men are supposed to be stoic most of the time. Like y'all say y'all want a man that expresses himself, but when he does that, you say he's being overly dramatic or he's being sassy, so to speak. So it's like shit. We don't know what the fuck to do. Like we in a
Right.
lose-lose. If we
Right.
react, if we sassy. If we don't react, oh, we need to show more emotion. So we
I
don't know
think
what to
that
do
there are
right now.
boundaries to everything. So like if a woman was being too masculine, you would have an issue, right? You would have like when she does this, she's fine, but when she goes like this little bit too far, now she's in her masculine
You would
tendencies,
never
and I don't want my
outman
woman,
me.
and I
You
don't
would
want my
never
woman
outman
reacting
me.
to me that way. So it's the same thing with women. Like you
You
expressing
would
yourself
never outman me.
right here, but when you start going all the way over here, now you a bitch ass nigga.
You would never outman me. Never.
It's all right. Did I threaten you?
No, not at
Are
all.
you intimidated by me?
Not at all.
I mean, I
Not,
didn't say
your
nothing about
homegirl,
you.
listen. Your homegirl already said I'm a real nigga. Stop it.
She don't know what she talking about. She went to the airport and she don't know what she talking about.
That's fucked up.
Now, Monique,
You're not a friend.
Monique, what about you? Monique, do you think that men expressing their emotions make them sassy?
No, I don't think
Monique,
so.
you got a
Just
man?
as simple.
Monique just don't like the word sassy.
Monique,
so
you got a
she
man?
ain't gonna sit here and say
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
she don't
dating
like-
right now.
So you single, right?
Yeah.
Why you ain't say that when you first got on?
Why should I
you
say
know what it's
that?
like. You ain't got no man.
But no, an emotional guy, like I like to ask people, when was the last time you cried? So if a man cried, is he sassy? No. That means that he's really
Listen,
vulnerable.
if he
I
got
cried
that
on the
Michael
last
Jordan face,
podcast.
if he got that
There's
Michael
a fucking hook.
Jordan,
Why you
I
cried?
cried on the last podcast because of fucking hook.
But that was
Why?
that was justified. Nobody's gonna call you sassy for the reason you cried. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, they had you crying, baby.
like, but that was loss of
When
life.
our
So
homeboy died.
that was loss of life.
Oh.
So I don't think nobody's gonna call you sassy because of that. But when I asked that question, it's like Shannon was alluding to earlier, saying that if he's overly animated or if he's, what I'm saying, like I guess, I guess going back and forth or tit for tat or whatever, like people express themselves differently. So I don't think, I would think that women would welcome that. You know what I'm saying? Like you want a man to express himself. Like I think that what we have to realize, we focus so much about satisfying and making women happy in a relationship. We also got to understand, shit, we got to be happy too. If we
Right.
ain't happy, you know what I'm saying? Like the same way that your feelings matter, the same way you want me to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? You want me to hear you out. You want to be heard. We want the same thing, but we're just not going to be, we're more passive with ours. Like we kind of like, honestly, like we kind of hope, well, I hope she listen. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But you feel that a man should automatically be attentive to what you're saying. But we need that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just, it's not just y'all who need that.
I don't know any woman worth her salt that will think that her man's happiness in a relationship is not a concern. Like, what woman is that? So it should already you should already be in a relationship expecting that you both are going to be mutually happy here.
Well, does he know that though? You know what I'm saying? Is she expressing to him that your happiness matters?
Yeah,
I think she should be. He should be in the
A
opposite
lot of
word.
women don't. A lot of women don't.
I don't know a woman worth her salt that doesn't.
Okay. And Chris has the question. He says, "What about a guy expressing himself to you, how he feels about you, and is emotional about it? Is that sassy?"
No.
No.
If he's telling you how much he loves you and he's crying in the process, or not, is that sassy?
No, that's not sassy at all. No.
Not sexy.
I need a man with sensitivity.
Oh Lord.
Man, why you stop? I was in it with you. Come on.
Now, come on, man.
No, but
come on,
that,
man.
No.
And this is kind of like what Shannon was saying earlier. Like you obviously y'all two can't speak for all women, but there are a lot of women out there who would see that kind of behavior. They would call it sassy. They would say he being a bitch ass nigga because he crying. You know what I'm saying? So it's
and that's just probably because they've never had men around them that express themselves or that could articulate their feelings like you were talking about earlier. But still, at some point, you become an adult and you learn that all these behaviors exist in human beings, and it's okay for a man to talk about his feelings.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I agree. And this has actually been a good conversation. It's given me a lot to think about. Because even though I didn't agree with everything y'all said, but there are a lot of things that you guys said. It did make me think a little bit, and I'm like, you know what?
You're thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. It's it's definitely, it gave me some good talking points. Honestly, I got like 2 or 3 more topics for other podcasts out of this conversation alone. So I mean, this was obviously, win-win. And we got like a few minutes left. So I do want to hear from everybody. I want to get some, like, what are some parting shots? What do y'all want some things to give the audience to think about? And Sheila, Monique is Sheila.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna go with Sheila for the rest of the podcast. So so what's give me your takeaways. What do you want to leave the audience with?
I guess learn the terms that you're using. Learn what masculinity and emasculating is really about. And I don't know. Just learn from other people versus the ones who are surrounding you, because everyone is different and you can learn a lot in life and also change the way you think as well. That's all I got.
All righty. Miss O'Berry.
I was just thinking about, watch the words you say to people, because like we started talking about, like, I never would have equated sassy to a bitch, and y'all did. So right, so
no, you did in the beginning, but that's fine.
Well, no, I just thought it was a bad word, but not like how we get so upset and mad when we hear a man call us a bitch. Like, that's a whole another level of disrespect, right? You can shut the world down if you call the wrong woman a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I equate it to like saying something, gosh, he ugly, he real ugly, you stupid, right? That's still disrespectful. And I equated it to that kind of language. So just being mindful of what you say to people, because once you say words and once you put things out in the atmosphere, you can't take them back. And you may call them
Absolutely.
sassy around the wrong person, and now that person thinks that they are that way, and it's hard for them to change how that other person sees them. So just be careful what you say.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Ben, what you got, brother?
Listen, fellas, do not let them women call you sassy. If they call you sassy, that's the ultimate form of disrespect. Check that shit. You hear what I'm saying? Don't let them call you sassy because they calling you feminine. They calling you that's female. That's coincide with a female. So do not let a woman call you sassy. I'm not sassy in no shape or form. So Shannon, get your shit together.
Again, damn. Did I do something to you? Did I trigger you? Are you intimidated by
Yes.
me?
She
No.
said you're being sassy right now, bro. Nah, but I think that I just want to echo what everybody else has said. Also, words have power. You know what I'm saying? And like, it may not be a big deal to you, but it may be a huge deal to me. You know what I mean? So any word that can be deemed derogatory, like if you don't want me calling you a bitch, don't call me sassy. Don't call me anything that even if even if you don't think that bitch holds the same weight, I mean bitch holds the same weight as sassy. If you think it's gonna hurt me, if it's intended to injure me, don't use it. You know what I mean? Because it's if you call me sassy, I'm going to take it a completely different way. So again, words have power. So be mindful about who and what you're saying that to. But again, this has been a great conversation. I think that everybody has some very valid points. So it's I got a lot of takeaways. Sheila, again, thank you for coming on. You did great for your first time. I know you were a little nervous in the beginning, but you did a
Thank you.
phenomenal job. So, I'll definitely be reaching out again for our future episodes. Shannon,
I
as
think she
always, it was
got
certainly a pleasure.
some shit with her. I think she got some shit with her hook. She just being quiet right now. I think when she come out of her shell, I think
It's
she
the
got some
first
shit
time,
with her.
man. Listen. I've known this woman for years, and trust me, she ain't the shy she making herself out to be.
I
Oh
know,
God.
I know.
Damn, leave Monique alone.
But you did great for your first time, and I appreciate it. And Shannon, as always, it was a pleasure. And me and Bam gonna get with you, and we gonna discuss some things. So, and Bam is always, brother. I appreciate you because I know you, like you said earlier, you got a lot going on and things like that. So I appreciate your continued commitment to this podcast. It does mean a lot. And to the viewers, obviously, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for joining us every week, every other week rather. And we do appreciate your patronage. Bam, you wanted to say something? I thought you were getting ready to say something.
No, listen, man. I enjoyed y'all. Shannon, give me a couple days. We'll get back with you on that because we really have to do some talking because your motherfucking ass got some shit with you. Nah. We would love to have you on. We would love to have you on. We would love to have you on. For.
It's all
Cause
love,
you,
man.
cause you, cause you remind me of Angela Yee.
Lord.
Oh
Lord.
Yeah. Which
Don't
Angela
be
Yee?
disrespecting me like that, Bam. Call me
Now,
sassy.
but this was great. And for the viewers, make sure you guys continue to share the material. Make sure you subscribe to the channels. We do appreciate you, and we'll be seeing you guys again in another couple weeks. So until then, we'll holla.
Bye.